career in TradFi, as we would say in the crypto sphere. And most of that was managing a book of bank stocks, always in a long short construct for different hedge funds like Citadel, Balyasny, and Millennium. It was really a couple of the banks that I covered, like Signature and Silvergate, which were the fiat on off ramps, which is where I went down the crypto rabbit hole, decided that crypto would become ubiquitous. It would probably take years, maybe even decades, but this is where everything would go just because of all the really great use cases and benefits that you can get from crypto and blockchain that you can't get with other tech, and decided that this is what I wanted to do. And so I moved over to GSR. I led their research function. So GSR is the biggest crypto market maker out there, one of the biggest firms in all of crypto. Over 200 people, have been around for over a decade, and really kind of got paid to learn. Had a really great experience there. And then what I'd say is I'd always watched all the great value that MicroStrategy had created over the years, um, and just had a really great appreciation for where this actually came from. What I'd say is, like, as a bank investor, I was able to actually internalize and appreciate this. So I actually view digital asset treasury companies as banks. And the reason why I say that is a bank will basically take a loan from, basically borrow funds from a depositor, and then will invest in loans, and then they will earn the spread between the yield on the loan and the cost of deposits. And then the bank will earn that spread not just this year, but also in future years. And then the market will present value all that future spread. And it works out to be something greater than like the book value of their assets. And for digital asset treasury company, it's the same way. So we actually raise funds from the capital markets, we invest into Solana, and then we earn the spread between the return on SOL and our cost of capital. And so when the market expects that the return on SOL will outpace our cost of capital, we earn a positive spread. We earn it not just this year, but in future years. And then the market will present value all of that future spread, add it to the NAV, and we'll trade at a premium. And then it basically also internalized that when you issue equity above book, it is by definition accretive. We could walk through the math here to kind of demonstrate why that's the case, but this is where a lot of the magic happens in these digital asset treasury companies. And so while I was at GSR, basically had the opportunity to lead the effort to, basically GSR was a lead investor in Upexi's $100 million pipe raise, and we're fortunate to raise the full 100 million. Upexi is this small Nasdaq listed consumer products company, and they wanted to raise $100 million to remix into a Solana treasury, and so they were fortunate and were successful there. The market rewarded them for doing so, and then just made a lot of sense for me to move over there, just given that this is probably more my expertise, to be candid, than being head of research for a crypto market maker. So yeah, moved over to Upexi 3 weeks ago, and it's been a lot of fun since.